sure smells sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain.
So if you're thinking about moving to Oklahoma, you've no doubt read or worried about tornadoes and wind speed. And if you've watched any of my videos, then you know I've talked about how insurance rates are higher in Oklahoma because we have a lot of wind and hail. So I had a prospective Oklahoma person ask me this week, how windy is it? How bad are you talking? I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First, and today I'm going to let you know just how windy it is in Oklahoma. So we are considered, upon average, for the entire year, one of the windiest places in the country to live. But how windy are we talking about? Like, do you just never fix your hair? Do you always wear a hat? Can you ever drive with the top down? Yes, it's not that bad. Upon average, for the entire year, the average is 12 miles per hour. Honestly, that sounds a little low to me. I would have guessed 15 to 17 maybe. So the National Weather Service says that breezy is up to 25 miles per hour and windy is above 25 miles per hour. So I'm going to quit saying it's windy here. I'm going to say Oklahoma is a bit breezy. So if the average is 12 miles per hour, then yes, we have days where it's lower, and we definitely have days where it's much higher. Those are the days when you may just want to put your hair in a ponytail, or you may want to wear a hat, or you just decide that breezy is the look you are going for. The windiest time of year is probably February through May. That is when you get the most high winds. That's also the beginning of storm season in like April, May. Generally, it's not too bad day to day. If we have high winds, it's just for a day or two, and then it goes back to being, average. Typically in the summer, what that means is in the summer, instead of having like a nice ocean breeze that cools you off on a hot day, we have our wind feels like a hairdryer blowing your entire body. So it's already 90 to 100 degrees. It's really humid. And then when the wind comes, instead of being refreshing, it's like hot air blowing on you, making it worse. Or there'll be no wind at all. Like there's no in between. In the wintertime, on the days that it's windy, we have what we call the wind chill, where the wind is much colder than the actual temperature outside. So if it's 40 degrees outside and sunny, you think, oh, that's nice. And then you step out into the wind and the wind chill is like 15 degrees. So it feels like it's 25 degrees outside and the wind is beating you. Now the pluses are, if you like to fly a kite, we're a great place for that. If you like to go windsurfing, we have that too. If you think windbreakers are cute, you could get one in every color. Now how windy it is and if you can tolerate it or not is going to depend partly on where you live. If you live out in a rural area, if you live out in the open plains where there are very few structures or trees even, you are definitely going to feel the wind sweeping down the plains. If you live in town and there's big tall buildings and there's trees and there's a lot around, then it's not going to feel so windy. Now if you want to go fishing and it's a windy day, then you're going to have some rough waters too. One of the plus sides of being a windy place is we have, we're 8th in the nation for wind energy. We have the potential, if wind energy continues to grow, we have the potential to actually provide probably 30% of the country's electricity. The western side of our state is open prairie, and if we would add more wind energy, more windmills, we could generate a lot more of the country's electricity. That's kind of a fight here because we do a lot of oil, But if wind energy continues to grow, then Oklahoma is a great place to grow if you are wanting to be a part of renewable energy sources. So yes, Oklahoma is where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, but there is a lot to offer in Oklahoma. It's a great place to be, and really the wind is only bad on occasion. I'm Natalie Bratton, and come back next Friday where I tell you more about living in Oklahoma.